The goal of the Toys for Tots Foundation is every kid receives a toy, and the toy represents a gift of hope, right? That they're remembered so that in the future they can become productive citizens and patriotic citizens. These kids are going to remember people care about them. I met a lot of people that said, oh yeah, I was a recipient. And as soon as they hear we need something, they're like, oh, what do you need? Let me help you, whatever I can do. That's powerful because they received a toy and they remember it into their adulthood. And it's just a toy, but it's the impact we're having on the kids and their future. Like Mike said earlier, right? He remembers the Marines coming out there.
What made me become a Marine was that when my dad died when I was 13 years old, the Marines came in a pickup and brought a bunch of toys to me and my siblings. And I never forgot that. They were all dressed up, looked sharp. I can remember what I got. I got a basketball. Because of that basketball, I became a basketball player, played high school team. A lot of good memories. Those children that receive that toy, I know their feeling. I can see it in their eyes when I give it to them. And that makes my heart feel good because I know what that feeling is. The people that are out there barely making ends meet, both parents are working. Maybe they can't afford to give toys to their kids or not pay the light bill or the rent. That's where we come in. That's a needy child. We want to help them.
A couple years ago, we had one of the schools, the kids out there, they were hit really hard with the drought. A lot of families came in to work the farmland and couldn't leave. So once the drought hit, they couldn't make any money. People were living in their cars. Some of these kids were going to school in their pajamas, no shoes. A lot of their local law enforcement agencies got together and collected some money coming in. And the only thing I can do is give a kid a toy, you know what I mean? But that's theirs, that they own, that's something for them so that they'll know that they were remembered at Christmas time, right? But they did this collection event and we just told them, we have the monetary funds right now to buy the toys for you. Whatever you guys collect, go buy shoes, clothes, things I can't do. You guys have that intention of raising funds to do that and I'll just get the toys for you because, you know, we've had enough donations come in, but these kids, you know, they don't have anything. It's really heartbreaking when you see these kids that have no control over their situation. And sometimes it's like in this case, it was environmental, right? The drought hit, people didn't have work. Sometimes it's bad choices parents might make. Sometimes it's just a hard time, you know. It's just the economy in general and people are just going through rough times. But these kids, they don't have any control of their situations. So it breaks my heart sometimes when people look at our program in a negative light because we're helping people. It's a charitable organization, you know, we're giving out free stuff. But really it's all about the children. They can't control it, they can't do anything about it. But if I can do something to put a smile on their face at Christmas time, that's huge, you know. Just to have that, I mean, it's really meaningful and it's pretty emotional.
When I give an ordinary child a little tractor or a doll to a girl, you know, just a smile on their face, my satisfaction of the whole thing is that if we meet the needs of the kids that apply, I'm a happy Marine. 1 year, 4 or 5 years ago, we didn't. We were 3,000 short, and that hurt me, hurt my heart.
People don't really think about Christmas until first week of December, but we like to get them in early so that we can process the toys. There's a lot of stuff that happens on the back end in our warehouse. We collect them, we sort them, we count them. We have to sort them by the age groups and get them out to the partners that we have signing up children. And also for our staff so that they can have their own Christmas with their family instead of be working all the way through Christmas. We start our campaign October 1st. Ideally, we want to have everything in by December 15th, so we have time to collect them, sort them, count them, and get them out to the kids before Christmas.
We're working with Toys for Tots to help them spread the word about the need for donations early enough to get toys delivered before Christmas. We're teaming up with the campaign Toys for Tots, Brews for Grown-Ups.
I was having a beer with one of my best friends, Jessica Montano, and she mentioned that one of the problems that they were having was that at times they wouldn't be able to deliver the toys until after Christmas. So I was like, kind of looked around. I think I have an idea. We just happened to be in a brewery at the time. I was like, what if we start doing events connecting with different breweries? It's keeping in tradition with the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was actually created in Ton Tavern, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, November 10th, 1775.
So the Marine Corps started in 1775, and it started in Ton Tavern in Philadelphia in a bar. Congress came up to the owners of Ton Tavern and asked them to make a force, an amphibious force, to protect our country. It would end up being the best fighting force in the world.
You never know where a conversation can lead over a pint of beer. This kind of ties together because this whole idea started in a bar. The Marine Corps started in a bar. You know, these conversations that take place over beer are important conversations and they lead to great programs like Toys for Tots.
we couldn't think of any better place than local breweries. So we started connecting with the different breweries to get presents earlier. That way the kids aren't getting the presents after Christmas. That's the main issue we wanted to solve. We started off with Tactical Ops Brewery, Zone 9, Pine and Palm, ISH, Machine Head, Full Circle, House of Pendragon, Talga Sequoia, Zax, and 559 Brewing. And from October until the middle of December, we're gonna have all of our boxes at all of these breweries and our trains. In addition to that, we're gonna bounce around between each of the breweries and have different events.
We have these paper trains here, these guys right here. You donate whatever you want to donate, you write your name on there. We have them up here in TAC Ops, but all the other breweries too will have them. And all that money goes into the pot, and then we buy toys for kids. It helps us a lot to be able to make our dollar go a lot further. We're able to buy at wholesale, so we can buy 2 to 3 times as much toys as we would collecting donations.
Beer brings people together. It's important for an organization like the Brewers Guild to work with Toys for Tots because we network with multiple breweries in the Central Valley. That is what is great about the beer community, and from what I've seen working with Toys for Tots is that they're a very tight-knit community of people, and the beer community is as well. There are 2 different organizations coming together for a common cause, and beer being what brings us together, I think it's a neat thing. When you have beer, you have people who come from various walks of life who have a common interest. Craft Beer Forward is all about who you meet when you're just having a beer. You go out to a bar, you start talking to somebody, you never know who you're going to run into. Craft Beer Forward is, hey, buy them a beer, get to know who they are, and who knows what kind of connections you can make. We're excited to bring everybody in the beer community together to help out Toys for Tots, because these are the kids in our community.
Breweries are a great way of people, community coming together for a specific thing. And if we can add a charitable organization into that, it really helps people feel good about what they're doing and coming together, and gives that added community aspect. Knowing that they're helping people, in their hometown, it really brings people together.
Growing up, I was one of those kids in need. I grew up in a big family, and we didn't have a lot of money, and so having organizations like this that bring toys to families like the one that I grew up in, I take it personal because I remember being that kid. And so if I can help out another kid in the same position that I was, I'm all for it.
We can only give out what Fresno County donates. So that's why donations are really important. We have all these kids that we sign up, and we can't guarantee them a toy, but if Fresno County shows up and they donate and they fill those gaps, then we can make sure every single kid gets a Christmas.
It's the whole county of Fresno that has to be involved to make this possible. This is one time of the year that we ask to help a needy kid with a toy. So I'm asking everyone in Fresno County to help us fulfill our needs. Pay it forward.
There's a lot of kids that need help in our area, so we just want to help them out. We don't want to leave anybody behind. So our goal is Fresno County come out, make sure we donate enough so every child has a Christmas. Nationwide, for every dollar that we collect, 97 cents of it goes out to the purchase of a toy. We're one of the few charitable organizations that has that high income to program ratio. Our national foundation staff is paid out of an endowment fund. None of the money that we collect goes to pay for people's salaries. We're 100% volunteer. My staff, I work full time. My staff are all volunteers, and so they all volunteer their extra time. Locally, we're actually 98 too. So out of every dollar we collect, 98 cents goes out to the purchase of a toy. Those kind of numbers are really unheard of, and it really makes this program a reputable program to donate to. Whether you're donating toys or money, you know that it's going to go to what the program is meant to do, purchasing toys for kids. Toys for Tots has been around since 1947, started in LA with a reserve unit. Major Hedricks, his wife, made a Raggedy Ann doll. We asked him to find a charitable organization to give it to, and he couldn't find one. So he got some Marines together. They collected about 5,000 toys the following year, and the Marine Corps liked what they were doing, adopted it, and now it's the official mission of the Marine Corps Reserve. We took over when the reserve unit left. We do about 50,000 kids a year. We want to do what we can to keep that going. The way our program works is we have some distribution partners that we work with, charitable organizations, schools, churches. They come in, we vet them. Once they're approved, they sign up some kids. Then that's how we get our sign-ups for the children. Once we get those numbers in, then we just start collecting toys to fill all of those orders. So people that want to be drop-off sites can sign up online, fresno.toysfortots.org. Once we get our boxes in, usually the second or third week of November, they'll collect toys, and as soon as they're done, they'll bring them back. We'll get those toys out to the kids. We do that till about December 15th, and then after that, we have Hedrick still working as our hub to bring toys back to, but we want to make sure all the toys come in so we have time to get them to the kids. People wait too long. I know they want to keep donating and we appreciate it, but they just need to get them so we can get them to the kids.
There's locations all over Fresno with our Toys for Tots vans. Our central location is Hendrick Chevrolet. If you got no place to deliver, you can take it over there. The age group is infant to 12. What we like to have is unwrapped toys.
We take collections anytime. We'll take them all the way through Christmas. If you have monetary donations, we take them all year long. And anything we collect past Christmas, we'll roll over to the following year and it'll help us out to set up for the following year so we can order toys ahead of time too. There is no bad time to donate. We will collect and accept donations any time of year. If volunteers want to get involved, they can go to fresno.toysfortots.org, sign up on the website.
If you want to attend any of our events, come out, have a beer with us. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Fresno Toys for Tots. And if you're a brewery that would like to link up with us that we haven't had a chance to, by all means, get in contact with us and we'd love to work with you. Semper Fi and Ura. Cheers.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not a Marine, but
You have permission?
I have permission.
Semper Fi, Ura.
Semper Fi. Uwa.
Cheers.
Cheers. Toys for Tots.
Ha 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 ha.